Now, in this video, we're going to talk about the power of your mind and visualization in creating your results in your life. But listen, I'm not talking about your woo-woo bullshit, right? I'm talking about actual things that work. So listen, if we think about it, look at this analogy. Think about an architect, right? An architect needs to build a house. But first, they are going to draw out the design of the house, okay? But first of all, the person needs to have an idea in their mind of the house that they want to build. So it first starts in mind before it becomes reality. They have to keep visualizing, keep imagining, keep this idea in this picture in their mind of the goal, okay? And then they start to take the actions towards bringing about that house. So they writing out the design, they're drawing the design. Listen, I'm not a fucking architect, but you know, you get the gist, right? And the same fucking thing goes for our life, yeah? We can't just expect to get the business that we want, the girlfriend that we want, the body that we want, the money that we want, all of this sort of stuff. We can't just expect that to happen overnight without us actually thinking and directing our thoughts, our feelings, and visualizing that goal and that, okay? Now, the crazy thing, what happens when we start to visualize and start to think of that future, let's imagine it's not a house we're building, it's that visualization of the future, the person we want to become, the body we want, the business we want to build, the relationships we want, right? We first need to visualize that kind of person in our mind, and then we have to work out how that person needs to be, how that person needs in order to achieve that goal. And the longer we keep that vision inside of our mind, now here's the crazy thing, right? The mind doesn't know the difference between something that is real and something that is vividly imagined. And so the beautiful thing about the mind, due to neuroplasticity and neurogenesis, the mind is constantly growing and constantly evolving. It can constantly create neural networks, and this is done by visualization and new experiences, okay? And because the subconscious mind doesn't know the difference between something that is real and something that is vividly imagined, the same neural pathways will be created in the brain as though those experiences have already happened, right? So if we're sitting there and we're visualizing and we're thinking about this future and this person we want to become, the James Retrain 2.0, who's stronger, bigger, faster, better leader, more disciplined, has a better, all of these sort of things, right? Then those neural pathways combined with the feelings and the emotions of like, oh, okay, that's what it's going to feel like to be that person. It's going to feel amazing. I'm going to feel incredibly great. I'm going to feel gratitude, all these sort of things, right? Compared to what you're doing right now is thinking, oh, fuck, I want to be that, but I can't get there. So I'm feeling in lack, in fear, in frustration, worry, okay? That's what we're going to create because the brain doesn't know the difference between real and imagined. So if you're imagining the worst case scenario, oh, this ain't going right, that's going right, this problem, blah, 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 that is the outcome you're going to get. Okay, this is the power of the mind and visualize. Listen, there's been so many studies on this, right? Why is it all of a sudden that, let's say you're playing sport, right? Let's say you're playing, I don't play golf, but let's say you're playing golf and you think the water, you're thinking in your mind, don't hit the water, don't hit the water, don't hit the sand, don't hit the sand, right? What do you end up doing? You end up hitting that. That's because what you're focused on, what you focus on is where your energy goes to. Okay, so if we're focused on this lack, I haven't got what I want yet, my body's not in the shape, then of course that's what we're going to manifest. Okay, the thinking, feeling loop, we think one thing, it creates the feelings of fear, of lack, of worry, and then we act in that way, and the outside of that, right? So the same way goes with visualization. We think of the goal, think of the idea, think of the vision that we, and then we work backwards from that. How does it feel? How does that person have to act? All of those sort of things, right? Listen, that's what I did. That's what I created, and I've done with my own life. And that's why I also created the vision blueprint to help you guys do that. Okay, is to get clear on that person that you want to be, and then start working your way backwards for it, and keep that vision in mind, just like the architect keeps his vision of that building in mind, and every day works on it, and organizes the drawings and removes this and puts that in until he eventually gets to the point where it's building, and then all of a sudden his grand design is there. And that's exactly the same as you, right? It doesn't happen overnight. You don't just start thinking, oh, I'm going to be that person, and then the next day you're going to be it. No, it's going to take some time, some discipline, some effort, some action, doing the things you don't want to do, okay? Keeping that discipline in your mind to be like, no, positivity, even when the outside world might not reflect that. You might be in a piss poor performance, it might be a horrible situation, but providing that we keep in our mind, like the architect, okay, we will end up acting and then creating that. So listen, guys, if you found this helpful, please give this a like, please give this a share. If you guys need any help, I'm here for you. Drop me a DM. Okay, if you want to check out the vision blueprint, follow the link in the and have an